Welcome to the Miracles channel. I'm Calvin.
I'm Marilyn.
This is our lifestyle channel. We want to help people to tap into their true potential, to become the best version of themselves, to live their best life, whatever you want to call it. Because as far as I'm concerned, underneath the surface, we're all miracles. Tonight, we just want to talk about how healthy sex life fits into a balanced lifestyle. And, by me being in the Philippines, whenever you say sex in the Philippines in the same sentence, it's controversial. And that's because it's a religious country. Is that the reason?
Yeah, but we talk sometimes because I'm not sure we don't let anybody can hear if we talk some about sex.
You mean you don't do it out in the open? But we can do it in a grown-up way without being cringy, without being nasty, because I don't want to know somebody's best position. I don't want to know you like it big or small. That has no purpose in what we're talking about. We've got some facts here that we're going to interject into the conversation, but also we're going to talk about our personal experiences. Now, what did you find out? Because Marilyn's the one who did the research. I'm just going to talk about my personal.
Yes, having a healthy sex life comes with many advantages. We think of sex as something that's only for pleasure, reproduction, or intimacy, but it's not. A lot of people don't realize just how many benefits sex can have.
Yeah.
Just having a healthy sex life can boast self-esteem, self-confidence, and your ability to experience pleasure, but it also helps to connect with your partner and develop emotional intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just that, and there's a lot of benefits of healthy sex.
Right. Sex is natural, and I don't understand why people get hung up. We're more hung up in America than here about sex. It's as natural as breathing. I say it all the time. If you don't believe me, look it up. We're not doctors. We're not healthcare professionals. But sex is just as natural as breathing. When I go without sex, it's almost like me trying to hold my breath. I'm grumpy. I'm off balance. I've been knocked off my beam, so to speak, when I go without sex. Now, according to my research, as far as a man is concerned, a man who has 21 orgasms per month has a 50% less chance of a heart attack.
Yeah, and less risk of prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer, yeah, which is a scary.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing with women, when women go without sex, it's hard to get an orgasm when they do start getting. When they do become sexually active. Now, I didn't see what the definition of a healthy sex life is. I guess did you see anything in there?
Yeah, the benefits of health.
No, not the benefits. I mean, what's the definition? Does it mean 2 or 3 times a week, once a day?
2 to 3 times or 4 times a day, which is can lead, the rest of lower blood pressure. Then, what else? Decrease.
Read it.
Here.
Pick it up.
Yeah, here. Decrease depression and anxiety. Increase libido. Better immune system. Better heart health, possibly including lower risk for heart disease.
Yeah. Improve self-esteem.
Then better sleep.
Yeah. Because I know when I came over here, I was sexually frustrated. I was married for 18 years before I came here, but the last 2 years was a disaster. And, you have a lot of pent-up anxiety inside of you, and sex is just a way to release a lot of the tension. It's okay to talk about sex. You're going to have to talk about it with your partner anyway, because even though over here people don't talk about it, they sure do engage in it.
Of course.
A lot, because it's natural.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But you can do it that way in your partner, of course. You're just only in your partner.
Yeah, but this is a lifestyle channel. We're trying to help people who think that. See, there's some people out there on the fence. They think, oh, because their religious beliefs and the way they were upbringing, sex is nasty. But sex is not nasty. We're not talking about sex whether you're married or not, because, again, that's up to you. We're talking about how it fits into a healthy lifestyle. You know, when I go without it, I'm grumpy,
Yeah,
right?
you're always grumpy if you
And
don't have it.
a healthy sex life to me is at least 2 times a day because I'm still healthy.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen all the time because, maybe I'm not here, maybe the time is not right, because when you have kids, when you have a family, it kind of breaks into your sex, your time for sex, right? How old were you when you first started having sex?
21 years old.
You were 21.
Yeah. But that's,
Yeah.
mhm.
So that's kind of old. So what's the reason why you were working, going to school?
I'm working at the time in Watson's.
No, I mean, why did it take you so long? Because I was 16.
Well, I'm school, I maybe
But
I'm
some
not
of your
really-
friends
some of
were
my friends
having
have an
sex
earlier,
already, right?
Earlier, but not me.
Did your mother
Because-
ever talk to you about sex?
Never.
Me either.
And especially in this country, no. We're
Yeah.
never gonna talk about sex, especially with our kids. So you should go outside there. You need to know what's sex, outside.
So how they gonna learn?
For your own.
On your own,
On your
yeah, like
own.
me, yeah.
Yeah.
My mother, but my parents were old fashioned. They're from the great generation.
You
They
cannot-
they never
Yeah,
talked sex
of
about
course
me.
not. Okay, you need to go there, do this, do that. Of course not.
Yeah, they're not gonna do
You
that.
need to know your own.
So they never talked about contraceptives.
No.
They never talked
No,
about
no.
how having babies before you married or when you're too young will mess up your life. They never said that.
Me. To my
Yeah.
daughter, to
Yeah,
Sahara.
yeah. I mean, your
I
mother.
already- Yeah. I told to Sahara that if you just make it sure that study first before you do something like that, because that's the big trouble when you get pregnant to do like this.
Right.
Everything's gonna ruin, everything's gonna change. I talked to her like
Yeah.
that.
Well, see, that's good because my parents didn't talk to me. I didn't talk to my daughters. I had 4 daughters. They all had children, and they're responsible parents right now. But they probably could have been a lot better had I gave them the talk about the birds and the bees. But I didn't know what to talk about. Really, I was embarrassed. Now we're in the middle of a baby boom right now in the Philippines.
Right.
Because of the pandemic, because of the lockdowns, a lot of babies are born. More babies born in 2021 than at any time in the history of the Philippines.
Yeah, and then one of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Big booby.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm one of
You're one of them. I never thought about that. I never thought about that. When I was reading that, I was like, wow, I never thought about that. But it's true. But you actually were pregnant before the pandemic, though.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic, right?
I just
Because
gave birth
you were
2000
December of
December
2019, right?
Yeah.
And then, because when I left to go to Zamboanga, it was March 10th, 2020. And then March 14th was when they locked everything down. So, I guess, I don't know if you really were part of the baby boom, but you had Booby at that time. No, that was 2020. 2021 was the baby
already?
boom, but
Okay.
2021 is the baby boom. But anyway,
20 is the baby boom too.
what do you consider? How many times is normal for you to have sex in your experience?
In my experience, 2 times a week.
2 times a week.
Yeah, 2 to 3 times a week. Because we're both busy. I have
You're both
work.
busy, yeah.
He have work. Like that.
Yeah, just 2 to 3 times per week
And sometimes
Yeah.
nothing. Sometimes
for the whole week.
once a month, You know,
Wow. Yeah. But obviously it's changed when you met me.
everything's changed when I met you. Of
Yeah.
course.
But see, the thing about me, see, I'm an adult, and we had this conversation. I just told her, I said, look, when I first started talking to her, before we ever did anything, before we ever even decided to meet, I said, I've got a high sex drive,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And, if you can't handle that, then you probably don't want to fool with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like to have sex because it's not because I'm some kind of freak, I'm a weirdo, or I'm an addict. It's just something that's innate in me. It's natural. And so, we do you think we have a healthy sex life?
Yeah, we have a healthy sex
Yeah.
life because uh, my and helps with my anxiety, helps with my sleep. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. And it's important. I know you told me that before you met me, you were 36 when I met you.
Yeah.
And you had only had 2 orgasms, you said, up until that time, right? But now, what? What's so what's so funny?
Okay.
But now you have it
You have
regularly,
it.
right?
I have it every
Yeah.
day.
But that's okay. So it's good though, right?
Of course, it really
Okay.
helps me though,
Yeah.
and in our relationship too, the intimacy between
That's right.
and
Yeah, yeah. It really helps you
helps.
create that
Yeah.
bond.
Mm-hmm.
And we can talk about sex, guys. It doesn't have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be cringy. I don't care how you like to do it. I don't care if the lady likes it big or small, whatever it is. That stuff is not what we're talking about today. We're talking about real life situations because
Right.
sex is natural. It's just as natural as breathing. And a lot of the people who are watching this channel, some guys and women have been without sex for long periods of time. Did you find any information that what's the uh, effects of not having sex?
Yes, just like me before. It's been 3 years and I don't have sex, right?
Okay.
So this is what I noticed to myself that uh, I'm focused with my work, then it's lack of my sleep, then my
Yeah.
anxiety is that time is so high.
Mm-hmm.
Then I don't like, I think I don't like,
Men.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like men.
yeah.
I told you that I don't like men,
Yeah,
you
you,
know.
you you told me that you hated
Yeah, I
men.
hated men at that time. I just only focus with my work. I just enjoying
Mm-hmm.
myself. But sometimes when I'm laid on, at
At night,
night,
yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking, oh, this is so lonely because you're not talking to someone. You don't
Yeah.
have,
You're human. You're a
yeah,
human
you're
being,
human.
honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. Nothing. It's nothing to be ashamed about,
No one's gonna, take good care of you if you really
Right.
need it because we're human. We can feel that we need it. But only I did is just keep busy of myself, not
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Well, a lot of times, women, when you go without it for a long time, according to the research, it messes with your estrogen levels.
Yeah.
You dry out
You're
down
dry
there.
out, your libido is not
Yeah.
good.
So you don't really want it.
Mm-hmm.
You become an old maid, is what they call it over here.
Yeah.
Because one thing that I've noticed about Filipinos over here that I've never seen anywhere else, they can go long periods of time. Women now, I don't know about the men. They go long periods of time without having sex because you just focus in on
Focus.
whatever it is you're trying to do.
Yeah, because just like me, we can feel it too when we want it to up.
Mm-hmm.
But we divert to the other. When we think about that, we divert to the other something that we can get busy so that we're
Right.
not in our mind.
There's a word for that. Napoleon Hill called it sex transmutation, where you take that energy when you want sex, the same energy, and you put it towards something else.
Yeah.
Your art, your work,
Your
doing
work,
something.
you're busy, just
Yeah.
go back home at night so that until you get sleep, you're not thinking that now.
Because I remember I could tell, because you know how people, they'll say, "Oh, I haven't had sex in a long time," but I knew when we first got together, it was funny. You know,
Okay.
it was true.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like, "Wow," it was
What?
funny in the shower when
Well, oh, come on. It's been 3 years. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
it. And
I
I think
know.
this is it.
Mm,
Oh, yeah. That's what
but
gonna
yeah, yeah, but
happen.
we have a good connection, and it's really the reason why uh, it's very few people who are truly successful who aren't happy. And happy people generally have a good sex life, a healthy sex life. And I'm happy now. I'm as happy as I've ever been because I don't think that should be something that is missing in your life. I think it's natural. It should be a part of your relationship, part of your life. You shouldn't have to beg for it. You shouldn't have to
But sometimes,
negotiate. What?
sometimes I get stubborn.
Yeah, yeah. But that's just
But
normal.
yeah,
Sometimes
that's
you're
normal because
sleepy.
sometimes the woman, honey, not all the time that they want it. Because
Yeah.
sometimes just like what happened to me the other day that I don't feel better,
Hmm.
then all I want is just for one night because I'm not
Hmm.
feeling better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand that.
Yeah,
You're not 100% all the time,
yeah.
but normally,
Especially when we have it, our menstruation is in
right.
there. Everything is changed. Our hormonal imbalance is, we're not in the mood.
But I mean
No.
weeks. I'm not talking about one night, honey. I'm talking about there's times when I got in the bed, the woman's back was turned already. We don't experience that. Only time, like you said, if we decide not to do that is because something's wrong with you or something may be wrong with me. I was sick, remember? But I still tried, even
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Even he's sick. He's still trying. Come on, let's heal that first.
But it's important that your partner turns you on too,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
That you.
It's just like the same, honey, that you doing make a love, not a make it, sex to the
Mhm.
other person that you don't like. Have you thought it out?
No. See,
Right.
that's what I'm saying. That's
See?
why I have a problem. When I was in the Navy, with prostitutes and stuff like that, I can't do it. Even now,
It's the same
I
with the
call it on the
woman.
clock.
Same
Yeah,
with the woman.
if there's no feeling there.
Yeah, if there's no feeling there, how you can do
Yeah.
something without feeling? Just lay down
Right.
there. Okay, you're finished.
Hmm.
It's not just like that, of course.
Yeah. But is that in your culture? Is that important that you please your partner?
Yeah, it's just like here in our culture, it's our already obligation to do that.
Hmm.
But I know that you don't want an obligation, right? Because you
Yeah,
want the
yeah. I don't like that obligation. It seems like a job.
yeah, seems like
But
a
that's
job
just your.
for
That's
you.
just
But
your.
that's the culture.
That's just your. Uh, Word for it.
Words,
It don't
yeah.
really mean an
Mhm,
obligation,
mhm.
but
It's not just, but
yeah.
we do that really for our partner because
Hmm.
that's what we need to do.
Yeah. To keep him
Yeah, to
from
keep them for
happy.
happiness because we know that that's the only way the band, the
Get
love.
tighter, yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Otherwise, if you
you
don't
don't
do
do
that, you know already that there's no love in there already.
well, they're going to look somewhere
yeah,
else,
mhm,
maybe.
of course.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
So yeah, we just wanted to have this general conversation today. It's hard for Maryland because her culture, even though they don't talk about it, trust me, guys, they do it over here. And so, this is a big deal for her to sit down and talk about sex in the open, especially in front of strangers. But you don't realize we're just as conservative over in America, but we wanted to talk about it because there's a lot of Filipino and foreigner couples that are going to watch this, or potential couples that are going to watch this, and we just want to let you know how things operate over here. It's totally different than in America. I don't have any problem. We don't have any problems Marilyn knows what I want. I don't have to beg her. I don't have to negotiate with her. I don't have to do anything like that. Now the difference is she told me that Filipinos mostly have sex at night.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Because you're working through the day.
We're working through the day, then we're busy, especially we have kids, right?
Yeah.
So we just want in private, because at night that's the only time that
you can have
nobody's and nobody can
around.
hear. Then that's the time that you can relax. After you can relax,
Yeah.
That
But see, it's a difference with me.
You're not rushing. You're not something like that.
Yeah,
like this.
looking around.
Yeah, looking around. Is anybody there? But the best sex, in my research, right, the best sex is in the morning.
Yeah.
Because you already have a good sleep at a whole night. Then you can having sex in the early morning.
Yeah, you got the energy there.
The energy
and everything.
there. That's what I.
But see, nature with me. When my love comes down, I want it when it comes down. Sometimes it's in between 12 noon and 2 p.m., right? That's what I say. And of course at night, but because in the morning, boobies then took over the morning.
Yeah,
There's no more morning for real.
But sometimes, come on.
Yeah.
Sometimes knocking the door. See, that's not gonna happen. That's why it's better to
or if
do
it is in the morning, it's like 3 in the morning or
better
4.
to do that in the morning or before you go to bed.
Yeah.
So at least you have a good sleep, you can relax.
Yeah, so we just wanted to talk about that today. Thank y'all for stopping by. A good sex life, a healthy sex life, by the way. And see, Marilyn goes to the doctor all the time. We know that's important.
Yeah,
right?
Really
especially in a new relationship, right?
Yeah.
That you don't have anything wrong with you. She don't have anything wrong with you. But people get mad when I tell them that, hey, why don't you ask your girlfriend to go to the doctor?
Just to make it sure, just check up if she's okay. Just check up. But you need to check up too. That's for sure for the woman. That's to be sure. Because especially the Filipina here, we're thinking a foreigner have more than a lot of women, then we're thinking that, maybe he is sick, he's something with him, so I don't know if I can, something like that.
And then the other way is
both go to the doctor so that,
and the other thing is
safe.
And this is true, that sometimes the Filipina's pregnant already.
Yeah, then sometimes the Filipina, you don't know, she's already pregnant,
Yeah, so it's important.
Just like I heard, I don't know, but if it's okay to mention that just one day pregnant, I heard that.
But it turned out it wasn't true.
But that's not true, honey. It's impossible. Just one day, it's pregnant. It's impossible. It's not that like that.
I know.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You should better go to the doctor. Both check at least you do some sex. Both, have peace of mind that this is safe, everything is okay,
But regular sex for me, it frees me up, I'm not frustrated, I'm happy. I just feel balanced. Because when I don't have it, I'm grumpy. And it's just not something that you should go without. It's like, okay, try to hold your breath for 5 minutes. Yeah. That's what it's like to go without sex in a healthy relationship.
Yeah. Because this is what I experienced to him. When every time he is grumpy, he is not Calvin. He's not Calvin.
But when it's done, what? It's like I'm a new person.
That's the same what I told you. He's dancing, he's singing.
That's right.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Again, for supporting our channel. We're going to have all kinds of topics, all type of different videos on here. We're going to take you different places with us. We'll be in Moncton on Friday, Cebu, and probably Friday, Saturday. So we'll bring you something there. I want to go to the market there and show them, because Filipinos have a bad reputation. It's not true though, of eating a lot of bad food, especially fried food. But they've got a lot of vegetables and fruits.
We eat the fresh fruit, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables.
Just about every day. Water, I'm going to tell you something. They taught me how to drink water. I'm talking about real water. one thing that I'm really amazed, and this is a whole other video I'm going into, their children drink water. It's like pulling teeth trying to get my kids when they were growing up to drink regular water. But over here, the kids drink regular water. It's really impressive. So thank y'all for joining us again. We'll see you next time. Remember, underneath the surface, we're all miracles.